I would now invite Dr. V.K. Garg, who, as you may be, many of you may be aware, has been chairman of the Joint Electricity Regulatory Commission, Goa and Union Territories, and also the Director of Finance, Power Grid, Chairman and MD Power Finance Corporation, and presently is Chairman of the South Asia Forum for Energy Efficiency. So over to Mr. Garg. And I would request you to also give a perspective from the regulation point of view. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I begin with the topic of the conference, that is power for all, a myth or reality. I find the availability of power has become a reality, but its availability to consumers remains a myth, except for the metros and within the metros, the posh areas. The availability is a reality, but revenue-linked distribution continues to be a myth. The distribution is there, but hardly 70 to 75% is revenue-linked. Rest is all AT&C loss. The general consumer has a feeling that the price is increasing, but the quality and quantity is not increasing. Every time the bill comes, every 6 months, there is an increase in the bill, but the consumption remains the same, the quality remains the same, the response of the service provider remains the same. The irony of situation is that out of 1.75 lakh megawatt of the installed capacity, the PLF is hardly 52 to 55%, which means nearly half of the capacity is only being used. Rest is lying either idle or being under-deployed. The total situation can be summarized as power everywhere, still the darkness prevails. That is, there is no dearth of power, but still people don't have power. The statistics that are given is shortage is only 3 to 4%. Now this is to be read with caution. The 3 to 4% is with reference to scheduling. Now the DISCOM does the scheduling according to its capacity to pay. If its capacity to pay is only for 70% of the power demand or power requirement, then effectively the shortage is not 4%, but 4 plus 30, 34%. So the statistics given by the various agencies can be quite misleading and misappropriate. On the whole, when I look at the country and the power sector, I find that today, in almost 100 towns, a pizza can be delivered faster than an ambulance or a PCR van. The car loan is available at 5 to 6%, but the education loan is at 12%. 1 kg of rice costs 40 rupees, but a SIM card costs 15 to 25 rupees. 20 rupees per unit diesel is afforded, but 5 rupee or 6 rupee per unit power is either not provided or not availed. The reason being the predictability, reliability, quality, voltage profile. These are the factors which create a contradiction, a scarcity among plenty, a poverty among prosperity in terms of power. Then we look at the main fulcrum of the whole thing is the accountability. Today, you ask the DISCOM, there is no power. They don't provide power because they can't buy power. Why can't they buy power? Because they don't have money. They don't have money because they don't get paid. They don't get paid because there is a faulty system of billing and collection. So, we have been seeing a series of LEB. Originally, it was said there is no capacity. So, there is no capacity, no investment, generation is lacking. Investment came in floodgates. More than 3 lakh crore rupees have been invested. The capacity is available. The electricity is available. But still it is not being provided. The second LEV came, shortage of coal. Capacity is there, but there is no coal. Today a situation has come when the coal plants are flooded with coal and they are telephoning Coal India, कि we don't need coal, please don't dispatch the stocks till we tell you. So the series of LEV is virtually coming to an end. The crux of the problem lies in the 82 paisa hole which every unit causes in the power that is supplied. And the reason is the business model. The business model of the electric sector is more you sell, more you lose. The unique model anywhere in the world. Everywhere it is, the more you sell, the more you economies of scale you reap, the more profits you get and more efficiency and the cheaper the price. But here is a business model which acts in the reverse. Then there is a, again, coming to the electricity for all. According to statistics, 28%, which on 1.25 comes to about 35% people of the country do not have access to electricity. 1.5 years back, the statistics used to be 44%. Suddenly it became 28. One doesn't know where the balanced electricity came from and electrification came from. Looking at the REC report, looking at the ministry report, doesn't give the answer. But the movement is in the direction of power for all. Then the reasons why the power for all is not possible, is not working out, and why the power is expensive. So one of the reasons is precise scheduling is not there. Precise planning is not there. Generally, the planning portfolio in the DISCOM is given to a person who is not wanted elsewhere, and he just takes the data from here and there and makes this thing, which ultimately does not fit, and based on which the ARR is prepared. Then the second is the structure of the sector. Third is the accountability. Fourth is the neglect of distribution sector historically. There has been emphasis on generation because there is a big project, there is inauguration, there is a local feeling that something is happening in the constituency. Whereas distribution is only one pole here, one pole there, and small insulators and transformers. At no stage distribution was taken seriously in any state.
Dr. Garg?
Yeah, I'll just
If you could
finish.
conclude.
Then there is a lack of planning and neglect of distribution. In renewable, we have the problem of what you call as the tariff 5 being 5 rupees at the bus bar. By the time it comes to the consumer, it is about 8 rupees. The dollar tariff, when it is implemented, would be 9 rupees because 20% will go towards the foreign exchange adjustment on 3 items: the principal, the interest, and the tariff. Then there is a final cost is without planning, high interest rates, resource funding, weak industrial demand. This year there had been irregular monsoon which reduced the demand for electricity for irrigation, and the lower demand because of the cool summer. These are the various factors which reduced the demand for power, and there is excess power and no draw. Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward 5 years hence and 10 years hence and feel that those investors who have burned their fingers today will not be investing for next 5 years or 7 years. Investment after 5 or 7 years will bear fruit in the 10th and 11th year. With the present pace, we are only facing the present crisis and creating a crisis 10 years down the line. Thank you.